Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Mercury Digital Media's 5-part series on It's About the Pitch. I'm John Creemans. Glad to have you along with me today. I hope you liked the first in the series. And basically, it was being the authentic you, being authentic. And I promised you that I would teach you ways that I have learned over the many years of being on television, having sold well over 100,000 different products and over $2 billion in sales, to give you some of my ins and outs, some things that I look at or what I do to be as the best pitch band that I can. And some have called me America's pitch band because of it. And in this next one, we're going to talk about connection. You can know everything about your product and you can know everything like we did in the first, being authentic, knowing and being a product expert on your product or your idea. But there has to be a way that you can connect with your audience in even a more personal way that takes you to the next level of the pitch. It's the part that people look at and they feel like they know you because you know them. And because you're being authentic, you're now going to get the connection that you need to take you to the next level and to really touch some of the personal points, the touch points that people have that make them buy things. And it's very important. It really does become a thing where in your life you see it, you know it, you've done it. Now about conveying that in your pitch, because that's part of the connection. They want to feel, and this is what I found on television shopping, is that the audience wants to know you. They want to have a connection. It's not just John the sales guy. I can go anywhere and get that. It's John the personal guy. It's John my friend. It's John from next door. And a lot of that comes from being able to take your own personal experiences and being able to put it into your pitch in such a way that it relates to whoever you're talking to. So as you and I are together today, and we're really trying to learn about the pitch and trying to find out, some things that maybe you haven't heard before, maybe perhaps you have. In my life, I've always shared, and on air, I always shared because I wanted them to know about my family. I wanted them to know about my sons and my daughter and how some of my experiences and some of the products that I was selling, and this could be your idea or product, literally it showed them how it connected to you in a personal level. So by the time they start using it on a personal level, they feel like, well, my good friend John or whoever that you might be, being and talking to, they're going to say, well, heck, I like that. That gives me a better idea because if he's using it. And for me, I'm self-deprecating, so I might say, well, if he's using it, anybody in the world would be able to use it, right? Well, what you do want to do is you want to connect in a way that they believe that you care about what you're selling and the idea that you're presenting. It has to be something that they say, oh my gosh, if he's doing it and he's relating his experiences, I want to be like that. I want to be able to have that kind of experience. So connection. And this is one of what I call and consider my most important lesson when it comes to pitching, is connecting with your audience, not just in an authentic way, but in a very personal, an eye-to-eye kind of moment. In today's world, it's easy just to throw stuff out there. Whether you're in a large group and you're one of those, you're in a group of people, you're on Zoom and you're having a meeting. But it's another thing when the person that is the moderator or the person that's trying to convey their idea is looking you right in the eye. How many times in your everyday life have you actually looked somebody in the eye? Probably only your family, right? Probably your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, maybe the kids, maybe it's a neighbor. But that's about it. A lot of people are very impersonal when they're out and about. They don't want to really talk. They close themselves off. But it's the moment that you can look at them right in the eye and tell them what you think and what you know and how you're feeling, is that connection helps in your pitch. I mean, it really does. Right now I'm looking at a camera, right? And I'm in my studio. I'm actually in my office. And basically, you and I are having a conversation. Now, there may be a lot of other people that are watching us. BJ, Tom, Camille, joining us right now on the pitch. And you know what? Even though they're there, it's you and me talking. I'll never say the group. I'll never say, all the people, all you people. You just don't do that. When you're talking to an inanimate object, and usually if you're doing a presentation, an online presentation or digital presentation, or if you're on a webinar, it's literally just you and me, right? So basically, I'm looking at the camera right now. You've invited me into your home or into your office. I'm on your laptop. I might be on your phone. And it's just you and I. Everybody else is listening in. Now, I want you to guess, all you that are watching right now, and the people that you share with, who do you think I'm talking to? Am I talking to the group? Or is it just me and you? Because I'm looking at a camera like I'm looking at you. You've invited me in your home. Maybe you've offered me some coffee. Maybe we're having a sandwich out at a diner somewhere. Maybe we're at the beach or the park or we're out in public. But it's a connection of eyes. It's what makes you not just authentic, it makes you real because you actually care. How many times have you talked to somebody and said, hey, how's it going? What's going on? And it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Well, I mean, imagine right now if every question was, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I'm doing great. Things are happening. You notice what I'm doing? I'm just deflecting you. It's not that, the question was important. It's just that, I really don't feel like answering it. I'm just going to kind of look around and do the best I can. But you don't feel personal. It doesn't feel real, right? Yeah, and there are probably people in your life that do that. They look at you, but yet they're looking around. They never give you real, true eye contact. And that connection is extremely important when you're doing a pitch. Because if you're an inventor and you're out at a trade show and you get that one perfect opportunity to truly see somebody or talk to them, wouldn't you rather have the connection that it's more real? That you feel personal, you're not just kind of fumbling, looking around. This eye contact that we have, people are scared of it. They really are. In today's world, most people won't look you in the eye. And sometimes I think, they're hiding something, but in some ways I think that, well, maybe they're just not confident enough in their own self. And the person that, that's talking like me isn't confident, right? But if I can look you in the eye, and I'm looking right at the camera, I don't see you. You could be in your pajamas, for heaven's sake, sitting in your office. But right now, it's just you and me talking about what could make your pitch better. And in this world of being a pitchman and selling stuff as long as I have, and I've got some great friends that really are the tops in the industry when it comes to the pitching their products and pitching ideas, is that they can connect with you in a way that some people can't. It's a rare few that will look you in the eye. But if you can master it, and here's what I would say to do. This is my lesson of today, and connection is part 2 of this series, is look at the camera like you're talking to a friend. Like right now, I can envision my brother. I can envision my wife. I can envision one of my friends as we're sitting around smoking a cigar and having a glass of beer. And we're looking at each other, and we're talking about our experiences. It's that feeling in your heart and your body. That's when you start to relax a little bit more. It's just not an inanimate object with a lens and broadcasting out all over the world. This is something right now where you're literally able to look it in the eye. This is your best friend, and you're talking. I first started in this industry. There's nobody telling me what to do, how to do it, what to do when you get on camera. We were all crazy people. We really were. It was over the top. Really wasn't a whole lot of authentic nature, or at least you were trying to do what you thought would get people to buy stuff. But it wasn't until, I got into, several levels or several years later, is I started to realize how people reacted to what I said. The authentic nature of me came out because I became a product expert. But the connection part, everybody wants your authentic self. But the connection part of looking at that camera lens and seeing beyond it, seeing right into your office, seeing right into your home, maybe you're in the kitchen. Maybe you're in the living room, you got your laptop on top of your lap. Doesn't matter. It's because I learned and taught myself how to look at a camera and envision in my mind that was a favorite person. That was somebody I wanted to know. That was somebody I cared about really deeply. And the person on the other side of that camera will not know that you're thinking of your best friend, that you're thinking of your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your family. They're going to think it's just you talking to them and being your authentic self. So connection is so important, especially in the digital world today. Many presentations, many webinars, many seminars are done this way now, right? And maybe the new look of the office is going to be this way. Maybe we're all going to be working from home. We go into the office when we can or when we have to have meetings, or maybe we do meetings like this. But if you can present yourself in a professional way and you can connect with whoever's watching, you're not going to be in a Zoom call right now. We'd have like 100 people and then thousands of people watching. But when I'm talking and presenting, I'm not looking at all of everybody. I'm looking at you, just you. Everybody else is in for the ride. They're listening. They're enjoying the conversation, as I hope you are today. So remember, in this second part of our 5-part series, connection, being able to take an inanimate object like a camera or a phone and turn it into your friend, so that when you've got your authentic self down because you become a product expert, now when you go into the real world and you're broadcasting, like we're doing here on Facebook Live, you now are able to connect. So remember, my first 2 parts of this series, be authentic and get that connection. Look them in the eye. Let them know that you care, that you really do. Everything about you is coming through on your conversation. Hey, I hope you liked the second part of the series. Coming up in the third part, we're going to talk about product knowledge, because that's extremely important when it's all about the pitch.